I'm making a game again. But this time it's not just a dumb minigame. Oh no, it's going to be an extremely dumb big game. And with this being said, welcome to the epic world of Vegetable Defenders. In this action-packed video game, you and up to 3 other players will embark on a thrilling adventure as you take on the roads of brave vegetables, fighting to defend your garden from an onslaught of enemies. As a team, you'll need to work together to strategize and overcome waves of attacking foes, utilizing each vegetable's unique abilities to defeat the enemy forces. With an array of weapons and power-ups at your disposal, you will need to be quick on your feet and sharp with your aim to succeed in a high-stakes battle. The fate of your garden and all its precious produce rests in your hands. Are you ready to take on this exciting challenge and defend your territory from all who threaten it? The Vegetable Defenders need you. Working title. The first hero I'm going to add to the game is a quick one. It's the humble, yet glorious radish. I started by taking out my notebook and just sketching out some piece of radish. I came to the conclusion that a piece of radish needs 2 swords and a headband. It just felt right. Let's go. After getting a general feel of what a radish should be, I started creating some basic animations. I've never animated a piece of radish before, so I'm actually quite happy on how it went. Now it's time to start a new Unity project and add the radish to the game. Whoops, silly me. Of course we first need to add some terrain. Better. Now let's add an enemy for radish to kill. Say hi to Blobby. Let's make a button for his Q ability and his E ability. Oh yeah, it's looking pretty good. But something doesn't feel right. When I look at pictures of what radish should look like, I can't help but see that something is missing. At the moment our radish character looks more like a famous doctor slash firefighter than an actual piece of radish. So I went through all of his sprites to give him some luscious and leafy hair. Once that was done, I gave Blobby some pathfinding using the A-star algorithm. Everything was going pretty damn well up until this point, but while working on things, I ran into a couple of problems. Occasionally, the cooldowns would just not reset, and also the knockback didn't seem to work as expected. I realized that applying knockback on radish didn't work as expected, because I had too many behaviors messing with the movement. See, I was writing utter spaghetti code. Why? Because it's quick and easy to do. Usually with small projects, like in game jams that I tend to participate in, you can get away with spaghetti code as you don't add too many elements. But as this is going to be a larger project, I want to do it right from the beginning. So instead of trying to find a workaround, I had to bite the bullet and rewrote Radish's code. So here's a quick overview of what I actually changed in Radish code to make it work. Currently, all of Radish's behavior is controlled by only a single script. This can lead to a lot of problems. So I'm changing this by creating something that is called a state machine. For example, there would be a state for when he is running, idling, getting hit, using a skill, or any other state that he could be in. So the key feature of a state machine is that you can only be in one single state at a time. So if Radish is dashing, he can't be walking, and so on. And this is essentially why it's better to use a state machine. With a state machine, I just don't need to use tons of if checks. If I forget an if check, it can lead to nasty bugs, as the ones that I just showed you. And less bugs is always a W for me. After spending way more time on the state machine than I'd like to admit, I got to work on the rest of the game. First things first, I've given the UI and skill icons a major facelift. They're actually not just letters anymore. And if that wasn't enough, I've gone ahead and added a fresh coat of paint to everything. Now I know what you're thinking, this game still looks pretty bland. And you're right. But don't you worry, my friends, I've added some placeholder sounds for now, just to give you a little taste of what's to come. But wait, there's more. While working on the game, I got a little bit sidetracked and ended up learning about shaders. And let me tell you, I'm totally blown away by what I have discovered. Check out this freshwater shader. So this is the end of my first devlog. Let me know in the comments what vegetable you want to see next in the game.